Hey, Sagittarius, intuitive soul coach here with your August 2023 love and family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, I'm getting here jumbled thoughts, emotions, feelings. This could be you, Sagittarius, where you feel uncertain about a situation, a person, or an event. This could be someone around you as well. I'm also getting here true crime podcast. Now, some of you, maybe you've just listened to a true crime podcast, or maybe you feel like your life story could be on a podcast here. I'm getting that there's been a lot of struggles for some of you, or you're just into true crime. Please take that as it resonates. But I am getting here a little bit of back and forth, tug of war energy for you, Sagittarius. So there's some choices to make here regarding your happiness. There is some sort of hesitation is what I feel, but you have here the heart's desire, and this is all about decisions from the heart, right? Heart health, passion projects, the love for what you do. It is opening up the heart chakra to a high level of love. It can be self-love, just feeling good. And you have it partnered with the bliss card. So I really like this energy here because this is about you making choices in your world, because you have the choice card here as well that are going to bring in more happiness, bring in more sunshine. This is like the sun card in tarot. So it can be about freedom. Some of you can be marriage, family, getting together with like-minded individuals, soul tribe, friendships. It is about wish fulfillment. So whatever your heart's desire is, I do feel here, Sagittarius, you're making choices in the near future that are going to put you on that path of happiness, because some of you haven't felt happy for quite some time, or because of some sort of mental conflict or back and forth energy, there's been a little bit of sabotage is what it feels like, a little bit of sabotage when it comes to your happiness. So let's dive in and take a look at what is going on here in the month of August. What's the heart of the matter, please, for Sagittarius in the month of August? All right, Page of Coins. There's new opportunities here and you are recognizing them. There could be some incoming news, possibly a message for some of you. You may be traveling in the month of August. I am getting here, whether it is a weekend getaway or a full week getaway. Some of you could be traveling by air. For others of you, this page could even be a work opportunity, or it could be a time for you to just let your imagination run wild. And you're giving yourself a little bit of time to process and to focus on things that do bring you happiness. Some of you may be focusing on finances as well. I am getting some of you Sagittarians. There could have been a work love or a person that you've met through work or at work, whether it was a boss or whether it was an employee. I do feel that there's some sort of relationship, and it doesn't have to be romantic. It certainly could be for some of you, but it could be a strong friendship with a fellow coworker where you both decide to travel together or to partner up on a business trip. So I do like this. You're getting back on track with your goals. That's what I see here with the choices. So when it comes to matters of the heart, I do feel a little bit of that devil energy coming in, and the lovers, because the devil and the lovers ride that fine line. One is conditional love, one's unconditional love. So there's something here with you kind of veering into that devil energy for a little while. Maybe you felt like you were with a devil energy, or you yourself may have worked on some of those devil tendencies, such as fears, codependency, materialism, addictions, things of that nature. But now you're getting yourself back on track. Spirit is acknowledging how you are shifting and changing and transforming your life here for the better. So this is really great, Sag. Whatever you're doing, keep on doing it. Or whatever choices you are weighing up here, trust in your higher self and trust in your heart to guide you. Let's take a look and see what the challenge may be for you. And there it is, trusting in your heart. There's the challenge. We just said that here. So the Queen of Cups is the most intuitive, lovely, just generous, compassionate, kind person, right? But sometimes she has such a big heart that she gets walked on. She gets ridiculed. She gets stomped on. She can get used. The Queen of Cups sometimes needs to set those emotional boundaries when it comes to people taking advantage. Now, she can also become over emotional. She can take things too personally, or she's such a big giver that she gives, and that doesn't allow for reciprocity. It doesn't allow others to give back to her. And that can sometimes build up in the heart chakra as anxiety, bitterness, resentment. I'm getting that word resentment here. And I feel like forgiveness is part of this process towards this bliss. Okay, so some of the choices that you have here are, do I want to forgive someone, or do I carry this burden, carry some sort of bitterness or anger or a grudge? Forgiveness is necessary here, in order to fully embrace your happiness. Now, Queen of Cups showing up here as well. Some of you are definitely nurturers. You could be mothers or someone, even a father. It doesn't matter if you're female or male. The Queen energy is someone who's just a big lover, a big giver. And so I do feel here, Sagittarius, some of you, the challenge could even be a Queen of Cups in your life, whether it's your sister, your mother. It could be someone who tends to take things quite personally. And you may have said something to this person that really took them by surprise, or it made them feel very jumbled up or confused within their own emotions. Or this could be you as well. But I do feel the challenge for you is to open up the heart. Say what you mean what you say, clear communication. August is a very deep month for relationships on the whole front here. Every single sign, and I do recommend if you have a partner, or if you want to check out your rising or your moon sign, specifically moon sign, that can give you deep insight about what's going on. You may want to check out those other ones, because August is one of those months out of 2023 that is highly impacted through relationships and love and matters of the heart, where we may see a lot going on as far as shifts in the relationship patterns or dynamics. Because 8 it's almost like that checkpoint here of taking a look and seeing, is this relationship serving my highest good? Is this built on a faulty foundation? Are there hidden truths that need to come to the surface? So yes, emotions may be running high in the month of August, but recognize the opportunity for what it is. And this opportunity, whatever that choice may be that you are making this month, it's going to set you up for freedom, for heaven on earth, for much more magic in your world here, Sag. So what's in the deep, deep past? What's below you? Okay, thank you, Spirit. They're giving me the name Donna. Donna, if that is your name, someone around you, could be someone you're dealing with. Very important message here for Donna, well, for all of you, of course, to head towards your bliss, okay? There's something here with healing the heart and heading towards your bliss. In the deep past, yeah, there's the moon. We just talked about illusions being revealed. It could be even that you felt blinded. You can see here that on this illustration, she does have a blindfold over her eyes there. This is more about trusting your intuition in the deep, deep past, where some of you may have been forced to trust your intuition, or you second guessed it, is what I sense here. You second guessed and you said, well, something may need to come out, right? How can I trust if I can't see it? And I feel like there was a very important lesson there about trusting your intuition and gaining the necessary clarity that you needed about a situation. Maybe it was a relationship that you had with your own mother, with your own father. This could have been the relationship that you have with self, with your own self, and trusting your intuition instead of second guessing, because sometimes here the Queen of Cups, she gets all jumbled up within her emotions, and then she doesn't feel like she can trust beyond the cloudiness of emotions based on something that's hurt her or something that she wasn't able to see. And then she may also hold herself accountable. She may judge, criticize, or say, well, why didn't I do that differently, or it's my fault. Make sure you don't get to that victim mentality, even if you can't see a specific outcome between you and another person. It's important for you to stay in your happiness, stay in your energy here. I also feel like you are the one that got away. Someone, you may have had a relationship. I'm just getting you are the one that got away. So what that means is, so some of you, maybe you were forced to move away or get away from a person, or you left a relationship and they may now be thinking that you are the one that got away because maybe they treated you poorly and they see it now for what it is, but it actually set you up to live a happier life because they maybe they were dragging you down, Sagittarius. They could have been dragging you down. Let's see what's going on in the recent past. Nine of Swords, yeah. Anxiety, heartache, right? Disappointment. So again, making choices here. And this is a big thing that I say often. Change and pain is inevitable. It's something we, having a soul experience, to have this human experience here, pain is something that is inevitable. We are going to feel pain at some point or another many times throughout our life, but the suffering piece of it's a choice. We don't have to suffer because of the pain. So this is something you are deciding. You're saying, do I want to stay in the energy here of the past and let my anxieties, my depression, my worries, my concerns, whatever sleepless nights you've had and lost sleep over, I'm getting here. You've had a lot of tossing and turning. You've waited for people to maybe show up. You've waited for them. You're not doing that anymore is what I sense here, Sagittarius, waiting for someone to come to you. I feel like you're taking action here. So there's some sort of past trauma that you may have been reliving over and over, but you are choosing consciously to accept the past for what it is and to move forward in an abundant new way here. But there's a difference. Spirit is talking about not stifling the past, not pretending it either didn't exist or suppressing some emotions or feelings of bitterness and holding or storing them within the body, creating dis-ease, also known as disease, right? So it's important to know the difference. So if you are hanging on to any past trauma, but maybe you just don't want to deal with it and therefore you have suppressed it, it's very important that you heal and work through things because your heart wants to open at this time. And there are beautiful opportunities here for you to open your heart. But if you haven't dealt with some past things, it could come in to haunt you. Now, for those of you that have worked through your stuff and you've accepted some sort of a past trauma here, I feel like you have some beautiful new opportunities to open yourself up to new love, to expand in a current relationship, to forgive those that have wronged you, to maybe even rebuild the relationship between you and a family member. So this is a really powerful time for you here, Sagittarius. Excuse me. What do we have showing up in your manifestation? What's above you? What's in your headspace here? What are you trying to bring down to reality? What do we have? You're trying to ground yourself. As I said, bring down to reality. You have the Seven of Cups, which is grounding yourself into reality. Beautiful confirmation from Spirit here. So you have options. Now that you know that you have these options available to you or these choices, you've always had them, but sometimes we feel stuck, right? We feel stuck in those anxieties, those worries, that depression, and we feel like we don't have a way out. You are recognizing here, Sagittarius, that there is another path available to you, and now you're choosing a specific path, and I feel like you're bringing that down to reality. And this is kind of like that devil energy that I was picking up on earlier, because this is about grandiose temptations. The fact that the Seven of Cups is showing up in reverse up here, I love this because it means that you're not letting these things tempt you or pull you off track from opening up that heart. You are doing something about it here, making a choice and sticking with it. Okay, so this is good. I like this. What's showing up for Sagittarius in the near future? Okay, now I'm getting the song. Gosh, is that by La Bamba? Oh, Donna. Now, someone either has a grandmother named Donna, maybe that's your name, your middle name, or someone needs forgiving around Donna, but they're giving me the song now. It could be a song that you just heard on the radio as well. Maybe that's the Donna coming in. I haven't heard that song on the radio for many, many years. I haven't heard it for a long time. So if you've heard it, there's a message for you here. All right, what do we have? Queen of Coins, beautiful energy showing up. You've matured. You've matured a lot, Sagittarius. You've matured to the point of finding more peace and more abundance in your world. There's the bliss. You've been through a lot though, because the queen, she doesn't get to that queen status overnight, right? Sometimes she attaches herself to people, places, or things that are really a waste of her time. Now, I don't believe in regrets, right? I don't believe that the time is wasted. I believe that there's growth opportunities, but I do feel here, for some of you Sagittarians, you may have felt like you've stayed in a situation way past its expiration date. Kind of like a jug of milk that's, 2 weeks or 2 months overdue and it's gone bad. It is curdled. So some of you were in a relationship where it had gone bad and you sat in the curdles and it just wasn't fun. That may be something of the past here for you. And it doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be, a relationship that may have been karmic, may have been destined. It could be with your own mother, with your own father, with your own child or sibling, where it just felt curdled every time. Maybe your stomach, maybe you got the butterflies, or you just felt sick to your stomach when you seen this person for whatever reason. It could have been abuse, it could have been harassment, but I do feel you've grown so much where you're finally in the near future here, and some of you may have already been in this energy for quite some time. You've moved on and married someone else is what I'm hearing, or you've started a family with someone else, but there is this shift happening here. And if you feel triggered, some of you may have dreamed recently of this person that maybe you haven't even seen for 20 years, right? That's okay, because like I said, August is stirring up a lot of heart stuff. So if something is unresolved or unhealed, the universe is guiding you to work on it, because there's shifts on the planetary level that are happening in these big, big waves. And it's time for you to really heal, really forgive, and to bring in that heaven on earth. Queen of Coins, she is really abundant. She is someone who is very resourceful, down to earth. Others enjoy the fruits of her labor. She can be a really good chef. She hosts wonderful parties. So I am getting here, there could be something that you are doing that betters your family, either emotionally, physically, financially, or mentally. You are making big steps that are going to better your family dynamic. So how are you doing, Sagittarius? This is all about you. This next card up here is your energy. Okay, we have here, how would you like? Thank you. Okay, they're telling me both of these. Typically, I would use the card for the next position, but Spirit's saying here, both of these, you're coming out of fight or flight. Okay, the Hermit energy combined with the Five of Swords can be a ruthless win. It can be putting up our shield, right? Look at him. He's gone to war and back. But I feel some of you have post-traumatic stress from a situation as well. I mean, maybe that's that true crime stuff going on that I was getting in the very beginning. But some of you have isolated yourself because you didn't want to be in that fight or flight, but you've grown. I feel like you have learned. You're setting down your swords, or you're not fighting with someone. This could be a family member. I'm getting sibling rivalry, as well as rivalry with a lover or with an ex or someone of the past. I feel like you've separated yourself either emotionally, physically, spiritually even, because you just didn't want to go back and forth. Because again, there's a little bit of that tug of war going on, a little bit of mental confusion, but the Hermit does some deep soul searching. So if you did take a little bit of a step back from a family member or a loved one, or even your own thoughts, feelings, and emotions. You step outside the trigger, outside the anger, outside of the fight. You're able to process things in a new way. And I feel like that's what you're doing here with the Hermit. So maybe you've self-isolated, but I do feel like you're reaching out, or it's important for you to reach out to friends, a trusted loved one, a family member, a coach, a mentor, a healer, a therapist, someone. If you are still feeling like you are wearing this shield, right, in the heart center, it's important for you to work on taking that off, right? We don't always have to feel like we shouldn't always feel like we're in fight or flight. Okay? Or we're at war with our family members or with our loved ones or with ourselves. So let's take a look here and see what's going on in your circumstances, because you're making choices now. I definitely sense that you're making choices to let down your guard, to open up a little bit more, or at least that's what you're being called to do. Okay, you do want that one. Thank you. What do we have here? 6 of Wands. You had a fall from grace, but you're making a comeback. Okay, you had a fall from grace, you are making a comeback. And as you've probably heard me say many times, if you're an avid follower, is the comeback is stronger than the setback. So whatever had set you back in the past, whatever this was here for you, even if this was a 20-year setback or a 20-month, whatever this was, you are making a glorious comeback, and everyone is noticing as well. Okay, for example, some of you, or you've had someone in your family struggle with mental health, or struggle, let's not use mental health, how about addictions? Someone struggled from addictions, and maybe they went down a path of, it seemed like no return. You may have lost hope on this person, whether it was yourself or someone else. And I feel like through help, through guidance, through a divine miracle, this person is bringing their life, putting it back on track here. And it's important that you acknowledge. It's important that you understand the battle instead of just judging a battle, whether it's within yourself or others. Okay, but I feel like someone is making a comeback, and it's a really big one. All right, let's take a look at your hopes and fears, Sagittarius. What are your hopes and fears? I see your hopes definitely here is creating this heaven on earth, which you do have the bliss card. So Sag, I feel like some of you are heading towards sunshine this month. 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups showing up as the hope is that you can heal some sort of loss. Some of you, this was a physical loss, a family member, a best friend. I'm getting someone died very abruptly, very quickly. A lot of emotions around this death. Of course, as any death, but someone close to you may have just quick, boom. The hope here, I mean, it doesn't have to be physical death. For others of you, there was an ending of maybe an old relationship. There could have been healing loss from maybe parental not having that emotional connection or physical connection from a parent. You may be healing that sense of childhood loss. It can be any type of loss, as we all have in our lives. So please take it as it resonates for you. The fear is, what if it's too haunting? What if I focus my whole life on those cups that have spilled? The blood that has been shed here, right? And there, it looks like wine, but I feel blood. I'm getting blood. Someone may want to get their blood checked out here. Please seek a professional, a medical professional, or see the disclaimer. But I am getting blood shed or blood spilt here, or testing of blood. Someone may have maybe diabetes as well, or there's something with blood, because blood represents family. So there's something here with maybe bloodline as well, bloodline, or maybe you just watch the show Bloodlines. Again, I'm getting that true crime. Okay, 5 of Cups, healing loss or sitting in the loss. Hopes and fears. Let's take a look at the final outcome. Very interesting reading, Sagittarius. Some of you may have worked in maybe a prison, maybe a morgue. Perhaps you were a lawyer. Maybe you worked in a crime scene. Maybe you cleaned up crime scenes here. Maybe you worked again in a prison or something of that nature. Or maybe you had a family member that went to prison. There could have been some wrong oh gosh, I have to tell you what I'm getting. I'm getting a gun. There's something with a gun here, very deep energy. Again, if it doesn't resonate with you, maybe it's something you watched on TV and you heard some guns shooting, or maybe you live in an area where you just heard about something. Maybe some of you just got a concealed carry. Please take it as it resonates. It doesn't immediately have to be bad or negative. Final outcome for Sagittarius. Four of Wands. Beautiful. Well, there's the gun, right? Maybe you're military, maybe you're a cop, maybe you're a police officer. This is Four of Wands energy, and it is all about grateful togetherness. Instead of feeling like you are alone in that crowd, right? The Hermit energy, instead of feeling fight or flight, instead of feeling jumpy, instead of letting your guard, be up so high that you aren't able to receive the abundance and the love and the bliss that is rightfully yours. You're protected. There is this sense of protecting yourself. That could be, some of you have a spouse or a significant other who has some sort or form of protection here. There is a little bit of that energy coming in. So it must be for someone or a group of specifics here. But I feel for others of you, there could be someone in the military who is returning home, or there is a visit as well from someone who maybe was deployed. It could even be a dream that you have of maybe a grandfather who may have been in the Navy, I'm getting here, even though this is Army, but I feel Navy coming through. It could be you. Maybe you served in the Navy. I am getting ships. Someone may be taking a cruise as well. Okay, Four of Wands is about joyful reunions as well, celebrating the people around you, celebrating the successes in your life. It could be a wedding ceremony. It could be a reunion, a family reunion for others of you. It could be celebrating and honoring someone, a birth, right? A new home. It could be something communal. There could be a vacation, a special occasion here coming up. So this is a beautiful ending here. And fours represent structure, planning, stability, and bringing in that sense of foundation. And I certainly sense there's happiness here for you. So I love this. Reunification is something I just heard as well. Some of you may be reunited, maybe with your grandchildren or with your own children here. All right, what else do we have for Sagittarius? Let's take a look and get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Sag, this is a really interesting reading. I'm liking it though. If you guys are liking it, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. All right, what do we have here for Sag? Come to the Edge, card 36. Some of you are 36 years old. There could have been a significant change around that age, or if you haven't hit that yet, it certainly could be a very powerful, monumental time in your life story. For others of you, this is about opening yourself up. I love this. Now, you may also have a life path number, 3, 6, or 9. I'm getting your personal year, 3, 6, or 9 as well. So 36, we're going to read from the guidebook, the message for you. All right, 36 here is all about courage, taking a leap of faith and overcoming fear and accepting risk. It's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you, especially the parts that you've kept hidden and protected. Now is the time to take that risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, and say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad you did. If you're seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step toward the gods and they will deliver what you truly desire. And we see that happening here with the Bliss card. So this is a really beautiful time for you to take that leap, for you to open your heart, for you to forgive, or for you to make a major choice that is going to alter your destiny and bring more happiness and positivity to your world. Now, because you have the Five of Cups showing up here in your hopes and fears, I am going to read the protection message, even though we have been very clear, letting you know you are protected, but just a little extra advice here, Sag. Fear is leading the way into places that you don't need to go. Most of what you fear at the moment is an illusion stemming from an old belief that isn't even true. Now is the time for courage. You will not be lost at sea. There's that ship or that navy that I was getting as well. You will not watch everyone else get what you want while you are left all alone and unloved. Oh, the drama of it all. False evidence appearing real is hovering over you. The more you dwell on fear, the more real it will become. Ask yourself, who in me is afraid? And love that part of you. Ask, is this true and real right now? The answer, most likely, is no. Give yourself a hug. It's okay to be scared. Courage must be summoned in spite of your fear. Even when you're not feeling confident, Spirit will always catch you. Wow. Whew, this makes complete sense here because you're feeling a little bit alone here with the Hermit. Six of Wands literally is about a fall from grace, feeling like everyone else is getting their bliss, but you at times, but it's coming in. Regardless of where you are, regardless of where or what path you are on here, you always have a choice, and that's very important. This is about decision making, options, resources. You have free will. That's something we have here on earth, is to choose to do or take a different path. This can be about feeling like you're between worlds at this time, one foot in, one foot out, but you're going to find the balance here that you seek. Now, last but not least, we're going to get a message here from the Soul Truth deck and see what your soul wants you to know at this time and action steps that you can take, Sag, to move forward on your journey. What do we have, please, for Sagittarius in matters of the heart? Thank you. All right. Am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and show up fully for my life? Show up fully to my life. The Nine of Swords in the recent past can talk about sleepless nights. Some of you may have sleep apnea. Some of you live with someone who snores, or it could be you yourself. Some of you have pets that hog the bed, right? Some of you have spouses that hog the bed. There's something here with sleepless nights because of stress, worrying, working, something with maybe even working overnights as well, or worrying about your children. I do get some stresses. You are the asset, Sagittarius. This body is your vehicle. Notice how your body is feeling, how much sleep you are getting, and what you can do to help your body rest. Today is soul action. Take a bath. Put on some lavender essential oil. Go to bed ridiculously early, or give yourself a timeout today. Notice your body thanking you. Today's mantra: the more I give myself permission to rest, the more I can contribute. Yes. There's something here with resting, allowing yourself to tune into the portal of your heart. If you are familiar with the different frequencies of the heart chakra, I completely forget here what hertz the heart chakra resonates at, but you can YouTube it and do a guided meditation or binaural beats or frequencies for the heart chakra. Some of you can benefit from drumming, shamanic drumming, again, something you can find for free on YouTube, and that can help you release some things in the heart here. It can help you sleep. There's something with beats, nature sounds. Some of you may have a sound machine that could certainly help you get enough rest. Downtime before bed, trying to shut off the electronics, at least, half hour before bed, so you don't have that activation within the mind. Some of you may even have ADHD or restless leg syndrome, something like that affects your sleep. But I am getting that you're heading towards this brand new life here, basically. Now, it doesn't mean that physically you're going through some changes. Some of you, yes, but I'm getting more so emotionally, more so on a deeper internal level. You are creating that happiness within, and you're going to then see it manifesting in your outer world. I hope this resonates, Sagittarius. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. If you're vibing with the energy of the channel and haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much, Sag, for spending your precious time and energy here with me today. Lots of love to you.